know the Christianity doctrine. Who taught us that? Who taught them guys to go to It's talking about the white man. Read it again. You don't know Christ, brother. You don't know Christ. Read.
Beware, lest any man spoil you.
Who spoiled this Negro right here? The white man. Read.
Through philosophy.
It's philosophy he's coming with. And another little man in the back. Read.
And vain deceit.
What is deceiving lies? Vain lies. Read.
After the tradition of men.
Who taught them after the tradition of men? The white man taught our people that. That's what they're coming with. No, bro, don't say Christ is black. Nobody's seen Jesus Christ. Everybody, nobody. This is Negro. That's what they're coming with. To keep us on the bottom. But the day is over. The mind of the slave is finished.
But this shall be, but this war that's coming up now shall be what? Shall be with burning and fuel of fire. That's plain. But this war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire, meaning nuclear destruction.
We have no answers. The answers are in the Bible.
Right.
The answers are in the Bible.
Right.
Read that out.
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will.
So if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will, read,
Him, he heareth.
the Most High God says if you doing his will, you're going to hear. My brother in the black shirt, you got 2 minutes of your time. Come rap with your brother. Give me a couple minutes. Do you know who you are according to the Bible? All right. Hey, holler at me when you come out, my brother. Holler at me. Go down Deuteronomy 28 and 32.
Bring it out, huh?
This is our history book. These are the ways we're going to come back to prosperity. We don't know who we are. My brother in the locks that just got in the car. How are we going to change our community? My brother with the locks. Give me that. Read Deuteronomy 28 and 32.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 32.
Read.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Which particular people? Thy sons and thy daughters were given unto another people. When you read in history and the things that we've been taught in these so-called schools, these schoolhouses, the things they did teach us, in particular going into slavery, that only one particular people was given kids to. That has to be talking about us. It cannot be talking about any other nations. A prophecy. Read.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So that's what our people was doing. When our kids would be ripped apart from our ancestors, our people be crying. They'll be suffering, mourning, because their kids are being taken away from us. But yet we still despise the word of God. We still want to be in slavery. We still want to be in servitude. What is wrong with us? What is the matter with us? Why do we love these ways? Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
There'll be nothing we can do about it. Thus saith the Lord. So we want to keep continuing going into the worldly ways to get our people out of these conditions. The Most High God said it won't be any might in your hand. No might in your hand meaning you don't have any control. If you don't come back to these laws, you will not be on top again. You will stay at the bottom. Is that what we want? Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. We have lost some things. We need to gain it back. We have let the multitude of people of other nations take our heritage from us. My brother, come rap with me in the black shirt. Come holler at me, my brother. Give me a couple minutes, just a couple minutes. A few minutes of your time, my brother. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Read.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
All praise the Most High. Let me ask you one question, my brother. Let me ask you a question. Do you know your nationality from thus saith the Lord? What does God call you? His child. All right, break it down like this, because you're exactly right. But break it down like this. When you're signing that application form for a job, what do you put down?
African American.
African American. So let me break something down to you. Do you know those two particular names are not black men involved? They're not black men at all. You understand where I'm going? The word African, what's that? Species? Scipius Africanus, that is the so-called white man, all right? All right? And the word American, you know where that came from. America Vespucci. You understand?
Right.
So can two white men possibly on God's green earth make a black baby? Can they? They cannot. You see where I'm going with this? Give me Jeremiah 17:4.
Bring it out, huh?
This is what's going on with our people. We have been deceived and we have been tricked. I asked you, do you know your nationality according to the Bible? That's okay. Once upon a time, we didn't know. But we had to humble ourselves and find out. All right? Give me Jeremiah 17:4.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
So the Most High God, Most High God, Jeremiah was prophesying that we will lose our heritage. You understand? What is our heritage according to the Bible? You see what I'm saying? We will lose those things. We will go into slavery. So we have to know who we are according to the Bible to gain that back. We have to gain our heritage back. We're being like the other nations. We don't supposed to be like that. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Okay, most of our people, where do most of our people live? Within the city. Our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. What would you call those where the other nations place us? The slums, the ghettos. Is that a blessing or is that a curse? That's a curse. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Moses was prophesying to one particular people. Who are those one particular people he was prophesying? No. Moses. Give me Deuteronomy 27:1. Are you familiar with the story of Moses in the Bible? Okay, we're gonna get some knowledge. That's all right. I'll pray the Most High.
Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel,
With the elders of whom?
Commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
What are the children of Israel are a particular nation of people, all right? It's one nation. So you have the nation of the so-called Chinese man, and you have a nation of the so-called white man, you have a nation of the so-called Arab man. What particular nation Moses was talking to? Who was he speaking to? The elders of whom? Of Israel. So who is the Bible talking to, my brother? The who? Israelites. It's Israel, not Israelis. Israelites. You understand? So what we're about to go to, my brother, we're going to explain that we are the children of God. Thus said the Lord. Not an Israeli, not a so-called white man, not a so-called Arab. We're going to see where these scriptures are going. Are they talking about us or someone else? You understand where I'm going? All right, read.
16. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So the Most High God said, Moses prophesied to the children of Israel. He says, if you did not obey his commandments, this is what Moses said. He said, if you did not obey what God say, curses will be on you. All right, you with me? So he said, curse will be in your city. It's a prophecy. Curse will be in your city. Within your city, what particular people live in the slums and ghettos? The blacks. What particular people are suffering in that city? The blacks. So in that city, you have sections, right? Within those sections, on one side of the community, you have the so-called white man or the other nation, Chinese man. He's living in good homes because you don't see the so-called Chinese man in our neighborhoods, do you? You don't see the Arab man in our neighborhoods, do you? You never do. Where are they? You know they live here. Where are they? They're in the good communities. Our people are in the terrible communities.
That's right.
That's a curse. You can't come out of that until we start obeying his commandments. So that's number one. That's relating to us right now. This Bible is not talking about the other nations. Because remember, this is a prophecy. Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. The field is going to, if you was to take a plow and you work, correct? It's going into labor. So in the jobs, particular jobs we have, are we getting the full benefits of our jobs when we work? Who's getting all that money? Us, right. Who own those corporations? Let's be real, the so-called white man. He's on top and we're on the bottom right now. Why? Why is that going on? Because we didn't obey God's commandments. So who is this Bible talking about right now? It's talking about us. For instance, when we came off those slave ships, who was picking that cotton? We were. Read that verse 1 again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed shall I be in the field. We the only people was picking cotton throughout the whole world. We enriched these people.
That's right.
We made them prosperous. We made them rich. We was cursed in the field. It was once ours, now it's theirs, because we would not keep God's laws.
That's right.
So who is the Bible talking about right now?
Talking about us.
It's talking about us. You see where we're going? So what do we have to do to get out of these conditions? Just give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So my brother, on the passageway, when we went into slavery, there wasn't any cars. There wasn't any planes. What particular people in the history that we know went into slavery on ships? What particular people? Blacks, the so-called blacks, all right? They put us on ships like cargo. Am I right? This is a prophecy. He's only talking about us. So read that from the top again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So thus said the Lord, we never went into Egypt again. What is Moses talking about? Is he going crazy? Is he a liar? No. The word Egypt means something else in the Bible. This is why it's important that we come back to God's laws. Quit listening to what somebody else say. If they're not proving it from the Bible, you shouldn't be listening to them. Give me Deuteronomy 5 and 6. We're going to prove what Moses is talking about. He said you're going to be led into Egypt again. All right? So he's going into something. He's giving a definition for this word. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt. Read.
From the house of bondage.
What is Moses talking about we're going to go back into? Slavery. That's another word for bondage.
That's right.
This is a prophecy going into one particular people, my brother. It never happened to any of the other nations. Go back to 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So he's going to bring us into slavery again, because Egypt was a big, that was a big slavery plantation. He led us out of there, remember? He led us out of there, but he brought us back. This is what we're in today. We don't own anything, do we not? Who do we have to get our clothes from? Give me 48. Who do we have to finish it out?
By the way that whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
Hold on. The Bible didn't say that. You ever heard that before? The Bible is talking about slavery. Read that again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Who are the only people that was getting sold? Master Charles would come up and say, I want him. I bid on him, and I bid on her, and they would separate us. Who are the only people that went through that? The so-called black man and Hispanics and the Native Americans. This is our book. Don't never let nobody tell you this ain't your book, and don't never let nobody tell you that you're not God's chosen people.
That's right.
We are his people. Give me verse 48. Finish out. We're there with us too. That's our problem. Our sisters want to be above us. We have to come back to the law and set an order in our house. You were there in slavery with us too. Going through it with us too. Sweat and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears.
That's right.
We got to come back to God's laws. Remember, there's no might in your hand. We can't march. We can't do a rally. We can't do side deals with the other nations.
Right.
Only God gonna take us out of this.
Right.
All praise the Most High. Read that.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you, meaning no man is not going to be able to take this out of your hands. Only thus said the Lord. Only God is going to be able to do that.
Right.
Malcolm X tried. Marcus Garvey. What's that? Marcus Garvey. Martin Luther King. You see where I'm going at? They tried. They tried different ways, different methods, different schemes. It didn't work. They all failed.
Right.
And we're going to keep failing until we come back to God's laws.
That's thus says the Lord.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. That's right. Take care of us. And our children too. And our children too. We have repented. We have repented. How are you? People want to know, who's the king?
Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.